Okay, we are live. Welcome everybody to the stream. Today is going to be a bit of I don't know, a more chilled one. I've got a commission to do today, and I thought it would be cool to do like a sort of longer form version of how I go through a commission, because you guys see me all the time making these paintings like crazy fast, and the steps are all seen with like a minute or 2 minutes, and I thought I would just really take the chance on this beautiful Saturday to break it down and show you guys how I go through a commission start to finish. This is going to include my sort of thought process and how I go about putting together the piece. Some of it's going to be stenciled, some of it's going to be freehand. I just want to show you how I kind of, like I say, go through it. The steps are, for this one, are going to be, I mean, there's a real mix. I mean, some of it's quite complex, but some of it's quite simple as well. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys think of all the process. I have no idea how long this is going to take me either. I envision it being a few hours, but I'm not quite sure. It depends if you include the drying time. I'm not sure how to handle that at the moment. But we'll see, how we get on when it comes to that. If I think that I need to shut the stream down to let it dry and then come back to it later, then I can do that. If I think that I could probably blag waiting it out, then I'll try that as well. So I'm not really sure how this is going to go. Doing a live stream this long is not normal for me. Normally I come to go live when I'm putting down like a main character. So when the rest of the painting is fully dry, I will come in to apply the character, and then I'll live stream sort of that part. So we'll see how it goes with this sort of format. The painting today is A2 in size. I've sort of tried to start laying the first stencil down here. We're going to start with the American flag at the top. And I'm just going to see how it goes. I have zero expectations. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is try and make sure I can see chat. Yes, I can see chat now. Awesome. Hello, you guys. Welcome to you guys that have just joined. Good to see you. Today we are painting this commission here. I'm tempted to say who the commission is for. Hang on, I'm just going to double check the name, just in case that person is here. They can check and see if it's theirs. 1 second. I'll just get that up here a second. So the main character is a baseball player, and it's Rein Sandberg. I can't quite remember how to pronounce it. So he's going to be the sort of main character in this, and I'm going to have some other elements around it. So we'll see. We will see how it goes. And the painting today is for Ashley. So Ashley, if by any chance you happen to be here, welcome. This is your piece. Okay, I'm just going to get up the brief here a minute, so I've got it easily accessible. There is a team colour that I need to keep in mind, a baseball team colour. I'm just going to come back to this. Chicago Cubs. So the Chicago Cubs is the theme, and I have an idea of how I can put that theme into this painting. So I'm just going to get some images up for the Chicago Cubs. Okay, so it's mainly red, white, and blue. It happens to be the American flag as well. So that's pretty good. We can tie it all in together quite nicely. So I'm just going to crack on with it, you guys. Enjoy while you're here. If you want to leave any chat, feel free. I will be in and out of the chat, but primarily I'm going to be focused on this commission today, so I can get it done for the client. There we go. I think this should give you a pretty good view of what I've got going on. I'm sorry that you don't get to see my beautiful face. No, you're probably lucky there. Okay, so the first thing I want to put down is the American flag. So this is kind of frustrating because I cut this originally to fit exactly the width of A3 size, which is what this is. So this is A2, but A2 is 420 millimeters wide by 594 millimeters tall. So A3 is 420 wide, so it's exactly that, but it is very, very exact. Like, I think there's actually going to be a slight bit of underhang here, which is a bit frustrating, but hopefully we can get around it. Maybe I can dust some extra red in where needed. We'll just see, we're just going to see how this goes. But I think we can get it near as damn it. Near as damn it. Possibly the left side is going to be missing like literally like 0.5 millimeter of red, but hopefully we'll be okay. And I've already knocked it out of place. You see, these are the things, guys, that you're going to see in this video, how it actually takes me quite a while to sort things out, set things up, get things exactly how I want them. It isn't just as simple as me like smashing loads of paint down, which is what you normally see. So it's nice to be able to take you through this process, to be fair. The only annoying thing is that I can't have my music on. Normally I would have my my own playlist on, but I can't have that because it's YouTube and they're kind of Nazis about that stuff. Okay. Nice. So we'll get this wave down where we need to. Places, and I'll put a couple of bolts here. I'm going to try and use the white of the page rather than having to add any extra white. Just saves me a step. So plenty of weights on that guy. Okay, sort out my ventilation here. I really need to get some latches for these doors because the slightest bit of wind and they tend to fly around. It's kind of frustrating. I'm also going to plug you guys in to power so we don't have that worry. Guys, if you just joined the stream, welcome. We're just about to start. So I need a nice red here for the American flag. And the winner for that is normally that sharp ball. With brick red. I can't remember which one it is that I like to use. That's brick. Probably go for, these are two reds that I'm debating here. I'm thinking, if you look at the Chicago Cubs logo, it's probably leaning more towards the slightly darker one, the brick. I'm just going to try one more. This is blood red. That could be the one to go for, actually. Or no, maybe the brick red. So we've got brick red here, we've got ketchup red and blood red. Trying to match it up to the red in the Chicago Cubs logo. Just by eye. It's probably brick, you know. I think brick is probably the closest one. So we'll go for brick red. And we'll just get that laid down. Where's your artwork at? If you want to find any of my art, guys, it's at tomwellywells.com. If you go to tomwellywells.com, you'll find it there. If you know how to maintain the right size, you're good. That's right. Mr. Nice Guy, I think I remember you. Do I remember you from when I was in Serbia? I think I might do. Lol. Okay, so this brick here, so brick red. Let's get this laid down. Be nice and careful with this. Want a nice even layer with stripes. It's actually only 3 layers, and I just shade it manually after that. I just want light, even coats. I don't want it to pool or get any underspray or anything like that. Just want to make sure I've got that coverage. Okay, that's the stripes down. Nice. Bit of overspray there, but down in this part of the painting, it doesn't really matter. Hey you guys, if you just joined the stream, welcome. We're going through a whole commission today, and we're going to see how long it takes. This is actually one of the more basic sort of styles that I do, so this is why I've chosen to do this one. If I chose something a bit more complex, I might literally be here for hours with you guys, and I don't want to bore anyone. Thomas gets made out while he visited him. Oh yeah, Mr. Nice Guy. That is the guy. It's still daytime in my area. Yeah, it's true. It's the morning. It's 11:15 in the morning. This is typically the time time of day I start commissions. I don't start them too early. I feel like a frog in my throat today. Yeah, I don't start them too early because otherwise, if I start commissions too early, then I end up just getting unnecessarily frustrated with them. Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy, you guys, you'll get used to him. Like champion troller. He's a good guy. It is a good point. He raises a good point. I've only got 13 people watching. I imagine it's because a lot of my audience is in the United States. And it's actually about maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning there, I would imagine. But guys, I'm not here for view count. I'm just here to share what I do in this sort of more chilled setting that I'm giving today, because at the end of the day I've got to get this piece of art made and I want to do it in a sort of chilled environment. Okay, so yes, make sure this is dry. Mr. Nice Guy, a nice guy now I'm thinking about it. No, he's a legend. Hi Leo, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Okay. Wow, that red is really choppy. Really wanting to mark that page. Okay, this guy is, we've got a slight, ever so slight bit of, it's been nicked, so let's try and, there we go, filled that in, that's sorted. And this is the reality of it, guys, you know, is that it really isn't as fast paced as what you think all the time. I'll get away with getting this guy down. So from the corner here, like that. Luckily I've got the corner to guide me. It's looking good. Very nice. And then I need a blue for this. Close to the Chicago Cubs blue, no doubt, which is going to be, it's probably going to be something like Shock Blue Dark. And Blue Indigo is a bit too dark. Could go with Ultramarine as well. Which did we go for? We went for brick, didn't we? So let's get rid of the colours that we're not using. So we're not using these guys here. So this is the red that we went for. So we've got a choice of Shock Blue Dark, possibly Ultramarine. So another choice. Hey Arnold, you have a laser cutter as well, very cool. Yeah, I love my laser cutter. I definitely wouldn't be able to function without it. Well, I could cut by hand if I was sort of losing my mind. This is Shock Blue. I think that's going to be a bit light. I think it's more likely to be Shock Blue Dark or maybe Ultramarine. I think Ultramarine is probably. So this is Shock Blue, this is Shock Blue Dark, this is Ultramarine, this is brick, which is what our stripes are made out of. I think Ultramarine is the one. So we'll go for that, Ultramarine. Let's get that laid down. Again, nice, even coat. Just to make sure everything is covered. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, cool. Let's get this guy off. Cool. My name is Annette Arnold. My name what? Annette? Oh, my name ain't Arnold. It's Balin. Oh, from Canvas Vandals. Hey, dude. Welcome. We have. I've got the call tonight with the Canvas Vandals. Looking forward to that. I've got everything prepared. Are you coming to the group call with me later? That goes to show for anyone here, you guys, anybody here that wants to join in on the group call in the Canvas Vandals community, you're free to do so. It's a free community. You can find it on my the homepage of my channel if you're interested in this type of art or learning about this type of art. Canvas Vandals is my community that I've started up, dedicated to learning this type of art. And my first group call with the Vandals is tonight, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hey Darren, do I know who Venom is? I don't know. Do you think I know who Venom is? Do you think I know? Pretty sure it's that guy, right? The guy I've got painted on my wall. Can we speak in the group? Yes, you should be able to. It's going to be an interesting one because everyone can have cameras and microphones on. But I think while I'm going through stuff, I'll just mute everyone. And then there's going to be a Q&A session as well. So if anyone's interested in just that and just having a Q&A with me, you can join the call. It's in the Canvas Vandals. Just go to the About page on my channel here and you'll see the link. Where the link will say something like Learn to Paint Like a Pro. And you can do that. Tom's mum charges $5 for any job. Oh man, that's well original. Really good. What time? The time is 5 p.m. London time. I say London time, it's Greenwich time, but no one ever knows what that is. It's London time. Look up time in London, 5 p.m. going to come back in with this guy. Here, that's been covered and just coming so it's straight. I'll just fill in that little extra bit. Right, again. There's something about this guy that's a bit weird, like he doesn't want to fully cover the page for some reason. There we go. Okay, nice. That's better. That's better. So we're still waiting for some dry time here, guys. And like I said at the beginning, this is the reality of it, you know. The reality of it is waiting for stuff to dry. It does take a lot longer than what people give it credit for to make my artwork. Mr. Nice Guy likes the attention. Oh, he does. Yeah, no, he was hanging around me and sketching Serbia as well. Whereabouts do I live? I live in a county called Devon, which is in the southwest of England. I don't know if a lot of people here are from the UK or if it's mainly US or other countries. I know on YouTube, I have a really fairly decent following in India on YouTube, randomly. So it could be the people here from India. I don't know what the time is in India, but... Do I like the Spider-Man 3 Venom or movie Venom? I mean, the original movies with Tom Hardy, I don't know if they're the original movies or not, with Tom Hardy, they're my favourite Venom movies. Oh, Darren's in the UK. Whereabouts are you from, Darren? Spud married a mug I created. What? Spudman had a mug I created and I gave it to him. Oh, cool. I actually met Spudman, oh God, a few months ago now. Met up with him and he made me a potato. So that was nice. I saw him at it was the Deadpool and Wolverine movie launch event. He was at there and I was there too. And he was actually making spuds there, which is cool. Manchester, very nice. Very different part of the world to here. It's going to need more drying time. So, manually sort of maps this up. We've got an edge there. We've got an edge there, an edge there. That, there. And then meet this edge up here. That's all three met up. Yeah. It's so hard to see sometimes. I think those three, is it correct? Yeah. That's what I want. Be careful with my weights here because blue might still be a bit wet. And then I want to come in with some white. Some shop white pure maybe. What is this? That's regular Shock White. That's almost like a creamy colour. Okay, so Shock White for the stars. And then we'll have our finished stars and stripes. And we can move on. For that. Luckily it didn't stick. I was really worried that it was going to stick a little. Okay, now I'm going to shade these guys in. And just adding this shading is going to make the flag look like it's waving a lot more. I think I want a new cap for this. I don't think, I definitely know I want a new cap for this. I don't know where the hell all my caps went. Actually, my caps have all disappeared. I need to go find them. Okay. Okay, so I want some shading. Shading going up here. And then some up through here. Just a bit of light shading in a couple of places. You see how that shadow changes the whole look of that flag? Makes it look like it's waving a bit more. Okay, nice. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to come in with some sort of like light source. I want some sort of like light source to the middle, and then come in with some mountains around it and some clouds as well. So the light source, I think I'm going to have, maybe if I just try and use a straight edge for this. Use some of this dope white. Thinking I might just make some light rays come out. See, I could do this with the can upside down, but I think I just have a feeling it might just be a bit too much. So we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it like this, straight up the middle. I think. I'm not sure about what I'm doing. I think I am. Yeah, let's do that. And then we go horizontally across like this. Okay, light rays, and then come up and around a few spots. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. And for for our light source, I want a couple of, I think we'll go with some yellows. Maybe yellow submarine. That might look quite good. Also, I'm going to have a quick check on where my character's going to go. So, this is my baseball player. This is Ryne Sandberg. I think he's going to go somewhere like here. So he's actually going to end up near the middle of the mountains. Just going to pencil him out actually. Let's pencil this guy out. I usually hide my pencil in here somewhere, and obviously it's quite hard to find. When I say I hide my pencil, I really am not lying. I just constantly hide the thing from myself. It's always here somewhere. Where the hell have I put it, bro? Really don't want to use a pen if I can help it, but I will if I have to. I think I'm going to be forced to use a little pen. So he's going, so the bat is up here. That is right. How do I mark this out now? Well, I can put where the top of his head's going to be. It's going to be right there. That's the cap. No cap. That's the top of his helmet there. I can put where the bat's going to go about here, so that'll give me an idea of the trajectory of the bat, and then his arm is out here. And then this, of course, the side of his body. Some of his leg, again, just to give myself the idea of where he's going. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so like I said, I wanted a light source going in the middle here, which I think is probably going to be like the sun. So to add that, I'm going to use this yellow first, just about sort of here. I'm just freehanding this, I'm not using a stencil because I can make it, pretty confident I can make it look pretty sweet. Got some of this even lighter yellow, so I can sort of blast more towards the middle like this. Cool. And then I can come in with a bit of transparent yellow, but we're going to do that later because now I'm going to come in with some clouds. Some clouds fold show. I need to make some new cloud stencils soon because these ones are getting a bit caked up. But for now, they'll definitely do. Be careful that I don't actually touch that sun. Come in with some, because our sky here is the flag, and I wanted that to remain the case, but I think we're going to have to like fill it out basically. Fill it out with something. Actually no, we should be alright. We should be fine. Just going to keep going as I was. You see guys, all the decisions I have to like make on the fly. It's pretty normal for me. Okay, and then these clouds we're gonna jazz up with the old red, white and blue. So I'm gonna do that with some transparent blue here, transparent red right here. It's going to help me bulk out these clouds a bit. They do need quite a lot of bulking out. Stencil here. I also have to be quite careful with these cloud sections because you can overdo it. You can definitely overdo it. Whilst at the same time I want to make sure that I'm paying the right amount of homage to each element in the painting. So like here for example, I've got the sun and my sun rays are coming out like this. But I think I want to tint them up with a bit of like yellow. So I'm going to use this transparent yellow to make the sun itself a bit more prominent. Just build it out like that. See? And remember, our baseball player's bat is going to come up here. His head is going to be maybe right in front of the sun, I think, now at this point. It's just underneath the sun. So, just need to be conscious of that. I'm also very conscious that everything is super wet right now. This is all really wet. So this is the part, you guys, where if I wasn't live streaming, I would just go and make a cup of tea right now, to be quite honest. Okay, this is sort of going the way I want it to. Sort of. needs to be some more clouds across the sun, but guys, I am so conscious right now of how wet that is. So I think I'm gonna have to leave it for some drying time. But it is coming along. I'll just go and have a look at some chat here. Hello to Shrihan. I told you guys I had a following in India. Mary's also from India. Welly, where do you buy your spray paint? I buy from Graph City. Yeah, I buy from GC sometimes Al Fresco. Some of my paint comes from Home Bargains. It's really really quite varied, to be honest, where I get the paint from. I do actually have a video I need to make about a trip to Home Bargains. I need to find the right comment. Okay. I'm getting kind of nervous about how literally how wet this is. It's also low-key annoying me that the bottom of the flag is showing, but I think I can cover a lot of that with mountains. That's what we're going to come on to now. I can probably use this scrap card for this. And I need some black on here. I can just start marking out where my mountains are going to go. Use this guy. I think I'm going to use black for this. I want two sort of big ones on the side, so let's go for big one kind of here, like this. Traipsing down this way, like that. That's one. And an equal one on the other side, so it's coming in from about here. Upwards. Just the base shape, you guys, for a minute. Like I can build in other elements like little crevices and just make it a bit more jaggedy on the edges. I was going to spray these in, but I don't know why, I'm feeling like really, I don't know if it's because I'm streaming it, but I'm feeling just a bit more nervous about this painting. Really want it to go well, mainly because I want to get it right on the first try. I really don't want to have to repaint this. I think maybe it's because I'm streaming it as well, even though I'm not really talking to you guys or engaging with you. Basically talking to myself right now. I don't know why it's such an issue. I think we've got the right level of like clouds and stuff here, like it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just want to make sure I get these colours right as well. Because have you ever had a client that commissioned you to paint something and then they said they don't like it? Yeah, start again. I've had it. You know, it's quite rare actually. I've had it once where somebody wasn't quite happy with a portrait I made of one of their family members. They said, "Oh, it doesn't quite look like my son," and I was like, I sort of convinced him in the end. I was like, "Mate, it's stencil art. You know, it's not. I'm not like Van Gogh or Monet. You know, I'm not hand painting every detail of their face. So it's going to be like the key features from whatever reference photo you give me." And you know, they kind of understood in the end, but they were like almost edging at me painting it again. I did actually, I painted it again, but in the same design, just like with different sort of colours. And then they accepted the second one, but yeah. So it does happen. I also get people asking me a lot, like, oh, do you sketch things out and stuff? So I had somebody ask me that yesterday actually. They were like, oh, do you sketch things out, like, you know? And I was like, no, I really don't. And they're like, oh, can you not show me the concept? And I'm like, but the thing is, right, to show you the concept, I may as well just paint the thing. You know, like, well, how do you want me to show you the concept? I can show you like some real rubbish doodles, you know, on a scrap bit of paper, which I've done before, and somebody said, oh no, that doesn't look very good. I'm like, yeah, because it's a rubbish doodle. So we've got the two big peaks either side, and then I think I have some smaller ones here. Maybe we can come up and like that, and then across the middle, like that. And then we'll just keep coming down like that. I think that'll look cool. I think that'll look pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, guys, this is the harsh truth of it. This is how long it takes. We're nearly an hour in, and we're not even halfway down the page. And that's just that is the reality of it, guys. Honestly, it's not a 5-minute job. And what you got to realise is the portrait that I've made for this of Rien Sandberg, that took me weeks, literally weeks to design. You guys don't see any of that. I have made some short videos on it before about the stencil making process and the design process, but the problem is that people really don't find them interesting, unfortunately, apart from the select few that want to like copy what I do, you know. They really want to know how to design the stencils. I was having an interesting conversation the other day with somebody who was like, they said, oh, how do you design stencils? I said, well, I use Adobe Illustrator. I said, I put the image into that, I run an image trace, and then I basically separate every layer by its individual color groups. Then I hand draw in any bridges or anything that needs covering up. And then from there I color match it, so I match it to my spray paint and create the color chart, and then I export it as a DXF file. Then I have to put it into some CAD software and then redraw it again. You know, to basically put all the layers together, then resize the entire image, then do my crosshatch markings, get all that out, then cut it all out, and then from there I then have it ready to lay down. And they were like, oh, is there not like an easier way? I'm like, no, it's not easy to do, you know. It's like it takes time and energy and effort. And I think the problem is a lot of people get into spray paint art. You know, they see like planet paintings. That's normally what they see first, is planet paintings, and they're like, oh yeah, looks super easy. And it is. Like you can get into spray paint art really easily. That's why I started a course on it. And my beginner course is like, it's the best one, definitely. I'm obviously going to back myself there. It's the best beginner spray paint art course on the internet. Like, that's an absolute fact. Smashed the competition on that. So yeah, it's really easy to get, but it's hard to get good at. You know, if you really want to get into the intricacies of all the different bits, it's going to take practice and time. And a lot of people don't want to put that towards something. You know, that's the problem. They don't want to put in the effort, basically. Which is the unfortunate truth of it. Okay, so we've got these guys laid down. I'm going to put this... am I going to want another layer of mountains there? Is that something I'm going to want? Am I going to want that? Rien Sandberg is going in the corner here. Like that. No, I don't actually think I am, you know. I don't think I am. I think just that one layer is going to be fine. So we'll chuck this brush away. and we will come in with another scrap piece of card. I run a small stencil cutting and designing. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, you've. I've seen you. Sorry, I can't remember what your name is on Canvas Vandals. Belink, is it? Belinked. Yes, I've seen you. Did you ask me to pin something about your business or something in Canvas Vandals? That was it was interesting. Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, like, no hate or anything, bro, but with that, it's just interesting that you've asked me to pin something about your business that competes with my business in my community, which I found quite interesting. It's ballsy, man. Oh, kudos, kudos for that. Because obviously I'm a stencil designer and manufacturer as well. What am I doing here? I'm looking for, I think it's red, white and blue, isn't it? Can I do a collab with Casey? Yeah, I've done a collab with Casey. If you go onto my channel, guys, onto my YouTube channel, you will see on my YouTube channel there is a video that is this the world's best Marvel mural? And then the Marvel mural inside of that, sorry, I can't catch my words here. Inside of the Marvel mural video, there is a road trip across sort of America that I'm doing with my buddy Spray Sane, and I actually go and see Casey. And I go to Casey's house and I hang out with him and Shocks Art. And yeah, it's in that video. There is a little collab there. And I actually gave Casey a painting while I was there. So you can go find that now. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to carry on with the red, white and blue theme. I think I'm going to make it so... I'm not sure whether to make the blue, so the light source is in the middle here. So the light's going to be hitting the mountains here, here, here and here. And the dark sides are going to be the opposite sides of that. And in the middle, I'm just going to put some sort of lights on both sides of it. So do I have the blue as the light side and the red as the dark side? It's a good question. Let's see what happens when I have a light side that is blue. But let's start with this blue magic colour. I mean, is that too hideous? Because my paintings are classy, Let's have a look and see how this looks. Well, it might be alright, actually. Do I want a slightly darker blue than that? Might be okay. Use the blue. Light side. See how that turns out. Let me bring you guys a bit closer for this. Try and oops, put it down. There we go. You'll be able to see a bit better then. So yeah, let's use blue for the light side. Why not? Why not, eh? Why not? So if you like the way that this is looking, you guys, there's actually a whole course in the Canvas Vandals dedicated to how to paint mountains. So if you want to learn this, then you absolutely can. You can go to my website, it's tomwellywells.com, and you can find the bit about there in the art coaching section. It's in there. It's also in the link on my YouTube channel here. And you just want to follow the link that says Learn to Paint Like a Pro, and that will get you to the Canvas Vandals. I'm thinking about renaming those links actually to just like the Canvas Vandals, you know. Okay, and then this guy, just quickly get his highlights done. Oops, I'm stuck to that cloud. But yeah, the Vandals has been going really well. I'm looking forward to the call tonight, definitely. It's going to be really good to hook up with a load of people that have decided to go on their journey of learning spray paint art. Really looking forward to that. Great to see everyone in person. Okay. I think I might just have sort of red being the main colour of the middle one, we'll see. And then let's just get the red set up here. So let's go for like a sort of darkish red. What's this? That's Royal. I mean, I could try and be smart about it and put a light red on this side, and then I'll just use a grey for the dark sides. Let's see how that'll look. So this is Stealth Grey. Let's just see how that would look. I'm a stickler for things looking like cool and not overly tacky, because spray paint art has you can very quickly, I know that having the American flag waving in the sky is a bit tacky, but you know what I mean? Like, you can very quickly, with this art form, have things just look pretty grim. And I don't want that for this one. So I'm thinking the grey might work quite well, actually. We just stick with the grey to the dark side. It's really annoying that I can't have my tunes on. This is one of the very annoying things about live streaming here, is that I can't have my music on. So I've got, I mean, it's nice music I've got on now. Cheeky bit of lo-fi. Everyone loves a bit of lo-fi. But yeah, it'd be nice to have my more motivational tunes on. Unfortunately, you get crippled for doing that here. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm very much liking this with the grey. I think that was a good idea. And then what I'm going to do is come over the top of the blue section with some lighter red, and then I'll highlight it all with some white. In the middle here, I'm not sure. I really don't know how to do that. I could just straight up hit it with the kind of little mash like this, going down either side like that. You know, both sides have the highlight colours. That's one way of doing it. Might get clever actually and put a little waterfall in that. We'll see, we'll see. I need a light red now. So for that we're going to use, for light red, maybe a little shock red. I mean, that's a very vibrant red. Very vibrant indeed. We'll see how it looks. I have a feeling it might be a bit too tacky. Yes, it is. I wouldn't mind trying Rusto. Rusto's kind of muted, a bit more toned down. I could try Raspberry. Raspberry might work. This is bright but muted. I'm not really sure how else to explain it, to be honest. Yeah, I think it will look pretty good. cool. Yeah, this is all right. This is okay. This is okay. Maybe the top of that. Really at the top. Just put a little red cap on this guy. Smudgy bits. You don't want to cover the blue completely. Just enough to make it look more interesting and bring that red in. Just needs to come from the top a little more. Nice. And same with this guy. Definitely needs to cap off. Okay, I'm probably flat out covering the painting right now, aren't I? Oops. Gone over a bit there. That's okay. We can fix that. Just come over with a bit of black here. Just reshape this mountain. It goes down like that, you see? Bang, and the dirt is gone. Okay, and then the last thing to highlight these guys with will be some white. And the white's going to kind of blend it all together. That's the idea anyway. So let's grab some white here. And we're just going to use this at the peaks. Hopefully do some blending as well. Just make it look, see how it just caps that off nicely. And with some of them, there's like no harm in coming into the dark side a little bit as well. The dark side. Just put a little cap on that in the corner. This guy. This guy in the middle is now capped off pretty well, pretty decently. That's blended really nicely. Me like. Me likey. Okay, let's crack on with this now, get these guys done. last one. Yeah. Okay, these are looking pretty good. This guy just needs a bit more. I think actually for this guy I want to mix a bit of the white. Get some raspberry, some of that. I want to get some of the white, some of the blue, some of the red. I just want to see what happens if I add a bit more mush to this guy. I'm not quite happy with this, to be honest. I'm not quite happy with this. Trying to re-gauge. This is the problem when you try and do it both sides. It's very hard to make it look really 3D, you know, because you're trying to make light. Like I can make little sort of peaks, you know, like here I can make one, and then like that's cutting into the. See what I mean? It's cutting into both sides of the piece. So, guys, I'm really sorry that I've not been in chat. The whole point of this live is that I just you get to sort of see inside of my own head. So basically I'm doing what I normally do when I make a commission, but I'm just talking out loud. The commission itself, if you're interested, this is custom for Ashley, and it's mainly themed around the baseball player Reem Sandberg. I don't know if you know who that is. I didn't, but then I'm British, so there's no surprise there at all. I don't know what's going on with baseball. I like the idea of baseball though. Like, I feel like baseball is a sport that I could get into. You know, like especially going to watch. Like I'll be honest, like I don't mind going to watch a bit of the rugby, but like there's not a lot of team sports that I like really enjoy watching. You know, especially live. So I don't know. I just feel like baseball would be fun. You know, like I definitely wouldn't like American football. Because that's just like rugby but with helmets and stuff. And I think like, I don't know, American football culture is, well, I don't know, it's not cringe, but you know what I mean? It's more like, definitely more niche. Okay, I think I've made that look a bit more interesting. It's got this strange peak here, but I think it kind of makes sense. Kind of. I think I need to. I know what I need to do. I need to straight up bring some black into the equation and just come on the On the other side, just peek here, down like that. I think that will make it make sense. Yes, it does. See? Immediately. Bring that black in, bring the shadow, bosh. You have yourself something that makes sense. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with those. It's got the red, white and blue, which is the Cubs. Is it the Dallas Cubs? I still can't remember. I'm going to bring back my reference actually. Whoops, to make sure I'm staying on the right path. Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs. So, what are we doing here? We're going to come in with some more clouds, I think. See, I don't even know. Right, a few more clouds, so like up to here. Just across these in general. Okay. That's all that's going through my head while I'm painting this. Is it the song from Vietnam? You know? I don't know what the lyrics are. Can somebody put the lyrics in the chat? I'll sing them. Yeah. Do I ever recommend black caps over the gold? Well, my friend, you will find that out in the Canvas Vandals spray paint art community. And if you're interested in learning more about spray paint art, go to my YouTube channel page. There's a link there. It says, learn to paint like a pro. If you click on that, then you go to the Canvas Vandals and I'll talk all about caps. And this, in shot now, probably answers your question. Hope that helps. Okay, so quick fit check on Reen Sandberg here. He's going to go here. And all of this, his head is going to be right in front of that mountain I was stressing about. See, this is the problem with stuff like this. Okay, so I think next I'm going to come in and I'm going to when in doubt, add a tree line. That's what I always do. So we're going to do that now. Because I feel like I need to sort of get on with this as well. You know, it's just one of those paintings where it's like, come on, Tom, just get on with it. I just realised that I've got the wrong colour. 1 second. We're going to keep going with our red, white and blue theme, but we're going to go with a dark blue. So ultramarine right here. I'm going to come in. I'm going to hit it with some blue trees. Yep, you heard that right. I'm painting blue trees. And no one is going to stop me. Absolutely nobody is going to stop me. I've decided as well, I'm just going to paint this whole piece and then put the character over the top. I was going to be like, I was going to kind of get worried about where stuff was, but I've decided now that I really don't care. We're just going to go for it. I'm just going to get all of the elements down, then just lay the character on top. Because sometimes you can get some bits of paint that will show through the character, but in this case, I don't think it will. There's so much paint going down here as well, that I'm wondering if I'm going to have to paint the character tomorrow. Like, I don't know if I actually am going to paint the character today. Okay, and then I'm going to have actually a touch of mist in front of those. And then I'm going to come in with probably brick red. brick red in front of that. Fucking dogs around here, man, honestly. The dogs around here, you'd think that I live on like a gypsy site. Honestly, so bad. People just have like no control. And I'm here like all week, and the dogs, I don't know if they leave the dogs on their own or something like that, but all you hear half the time is the dogs barking. Can you hear them? It's always the same dogs as well, kicking off. Okay, bit of the blue coming through on these, but it's okay. We can cope, we will survive. Nobody died. Nobody died. I mean, this is supposed to be Chicago Cubs themed, but it's just basically at the moment extremely American. But that's okay. All shall be revealed. Right, a little bit more mist on those. Now I can come in my black as I originally intended. This. Let me get some of these colours out of my brush before I come in and attack the block with the black trees. Typically things get darker as they get closer towards you, so this is just a big old flat forest right in front of you. It's getting nice and dark now with the black. And I think what I'm going to do, maybe put two rows of black trees, but the last one I'll like curve it a little bit, but from the other way, because round here you've got him swinging his bat here, and there's kind of like an open space here, which is like kind of open to interpretation. So you'll see what I mean in a second. Let's get this first layer of black trees down. Like this. And then mist in front of those. And then I'm just going to wait for this to dry slightly. I'm going to lay some water down. I think I'm just going to make the water kind of blue. I'm just going to make it like more realistic. Because if I start putting red in the water, I don't know. I feel like it's going to get kind of grim real quick. Yeah. But so far, guys, this is where we're at. So you can see here that you've got, I don't know. Can I lift this up without it going really wrong? So you got here, guys, you see the American flag in the sky, and then you've got some mountains here which are red, white and blue, and then you've got the blue and red trees underneath. So this is all to be themed around the Chicago Cubs, and then Ryne Sandberg is this portrait's gonna be in the foreground. So right now I'm just making all the background, and half of this that I'm actually painting right now is just gonna be covered by the portrait, funnily enough. But hey ho, such is life. Okay, so, oh look, I've got a rogue bit of blue there. Need to cover that up. Do that with a cloud right here. So, where we're at. What's next? Oh yeah, I was going to bring some trees in around, but before I do that, I'm going to add some blue water. So for that, I need this. I don't actually want to use that blue. That's kind of grim. That blue I can definitely use. That's nice. And I probably want one more. Use that dark blue. Yeah, let's go for a much lighter blue. Let's go for some. No, I don't want fresh blue. Oh, I don't know. I can't make up my frickin' mind. Maybe Everest. Everest is slightly lighter than that one. Yeah, and then we'll use some white on the middle. Okay, so for this, what I need to do, getting in a right state here, just gonna put some stuff away. I hope you guys have enjoyed so far this period of being in my head, understanding my thought process. As you can see, it's kind of all over the place sometimes. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm doing, literally. Little tidy up here. Okay, that's a bit better. So I need a straight edge across here, like so. Yes, that will be fine. That will be just fine. Yeah, like that will be good. Maybe slightly lower. The trees are going to cover it anyway, so slightly lower than that. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And then I need a can to hold this guy. And now I'm just going to lay a bunch of water down. I'm just using a regular decorator's brush to dust off any excess paint. Why am I so handsome? I don't know. It's genetics, I guess. And 2 hours and it's half done. That's right. Mr. Nice Guy, is that too fast for you? I mean, what's your requirements, Mr. Nice Guy? Okay, so I have my colours lined up: dark, darker, lighter, and then white in the middle. Okay. So we've got this side, we've got this, and here. Okay. I think we need one of these colours to come through. Okay, it's a bit better. Alright, so now we can come in to our trees again. I need a bigger brush for this now. Where's my big brush gone? There it is. I'm going to replace my palette here. I think we're going to start from this end. They are going to be bigger now for sure. We're starting small. Getting bigger as they come across. Look at get this done and then have a look at what's happened to my wonderful lo-fi that seems to have disappeared. Okay, interesting. All of these are way too light, so I need to come over these again. It's just where the blue's mixed in, basically. And guys, I can tell you now, there's no way I'm going to be able to finish the portrait on this in this stream, because it's just too wet. Too wet, it needs the dry time. I'm not going to be able to do it. I would love to be able to finish the portrait in this stream, so it's all in one, but I've just been waiting for like such a long time. It just wouldn't make sense. Okay, let's just have a quick fit check for our character here. He's going to be around here somewhere. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, okay. So a lot of the middle there, if I put more trees across the middle, there's going to be more of him sort of covering them. So that's interesting. So change his position slightly and I put him right at the base. Something I could do. Yeah, might be an idea, put him right at the very bottom. Might be an idea. So for now, what I can do is I can create a bit of like shoreline, if you will. So to do that, I'm just gonna come back in with the brush. Should I put another row of trees? Should I do that? Nah, be alright. So what I'm going to do here is just, I'm coming in with the brushlet and I'm just adding like a sort of baseline for where these trees sit. This is almost like the land that they're coming from. And I'm just taking care to make sure that I'm covering the base of all the trees. And this makes everything kind of merge together, you know? So like this. See that? Just creating some little, don't know what we call this, mangroves maybe? Yeah, let's call it that. Let's call it mangroves. Mangroves are coming out. The mangroves. The mangroves are coming out. And then for the bants, literally for the bants, I'm going to have out of about here, just going to have a random tree trunk coming up like this. And then I'm going to have branches coming out like that, like a big pine tree. There you go, just adds a little bit more to it. Let's carry on with these. The mangroves. The mangroves. Now guys, while spray paint dries really quickly, I can tell you now there's a lot of paint down here. And if I start trying to lay down multi-layered stencils, I am going to peel up, flat up, just peel up everything in this painting. And it's going to suck if I do that. So we're about an hour and a half in here. And the next thing I would think about doing is adding the character and then building around it. I think one more thing I probably would do here is just grab a little white. Put mist in front of that. Maybe some sides of my lake here. And at the foreground of my lake as well. I might also add some additional sort of elements, some additional detail to the lake, some little ripples in the water, stuff like that. But again, I'll do that when the character's down, because there's no point doing it now while the character is not on. So the character is Rin Sandberg. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, to be honest. So this is Rin right here. He's going to go right at the base. And there you go. He's going to be batting across our American scene here. But unfortunately, you guys, I can't finish that in this stream. The reason is that it's just too wet. If I try and do that now, then all that's going to happen is I'm just going to be straight up pulling paint off the page. So yeah, kind of sucks, but it would be good to get that done. So yeah, is that Mr. Nice Guy still here? I only have this account for commenting. Oh, right, okay. What? That's a shame. Person walking on a beach sunset. Yeah, all of that sort of stuff is perfectly possible. If you're interested in any of my art, guys, just go to myname.com. So it's tomwellywells.com, and on my website there you've got my art store. You've got all about my art coaching platform. If you want to learn how to paint like this, you can find it all on the Tom Welly Wells store. If this video gets uploaded, I'll leave a link in the description to all of those things as well. So guys, unfortunately, this I think is where we're going to have to be at for a minute. The reason is that if I start, I just know for a fact, if I start laying down multi-layered stencils here, it's just going to pull up the paint. So what I might do is come back in a part 2 of this stream to finish this painting of Rin Sandberg and this sort of American scene we got here. I hope you like it so far. I think it's looking good, and I hope this was a good insight into my thought process and how I kind of, you know, just what goes through my head when I'm making commissions like this. Ashley, this is the name of the person who's commissioned this. Ashley, if you happen to be here, hello. I hope you enjoyed this. And I think, yeah, I'll come back in a part 2, you guys, for the adding of the character, because otherwise I'm just going to wreck it. So guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. I really appreciate you being here. Without you guys this wouldn't be possible, and I just can't believe that people to this day are still commissioning my art. It's just wild. So thank you once again. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll just keep an eye out for part 2. We'll be back for part 2. See you later, guys. Peace.